Hello and welcome to Chidzvidz, a show all about the physical media that I've been buying and watching over the last few weeks. This episode should have come out weeks ago, but I've been way too busy. Unfortunately, I've been too busy to film, I've been too busy to buy, and I've been too busy to watch. So I'll get into the very few that I've actually bought in the last, I think, 2 weeks maybe? Let's start with something I bought today. Alfred Hitchcock's Rebecca. I know nothing about this. I have a few Alfred Hitchcock movies. In fact, the last one I watched was Lifeboat, which I have on Blu-ray over there. I know nothing about this, but the woman who served me with it said it's really good. It's won 2 Academy Awards, so if you like black and white movies, I'm sure this is a good one. Next up, an Ozploitation movie that I saw as a kid, and it kind of scarred me a little bit. I kind of saw the ending of it. I don't remember much about it, so I'm looking forward to revisiting this, because it's been stuck in my mind. Like, there's something about this movie stuck, and I only saw about 10 minutes of it. I completely forgot, you know, it never dawned on me to look it up, and it took years. When I finally figured out it was called Patrick, I still never got round to watching it, but now I own it, and I'll actually get round to watching this. I bought this in Leeds when I was there a couple of weeks ago. Also, when I was in Leeds, for some reason, I bought this. Venus in Furs. This is going to be terrible. Mostly shameless titles are. I've got a few up here, but this one's just like sexploitation, I think. I don't know much about it. All the back of the cover is just nudity, so I won't even bother turning it around. I've never even heard of this one. On the Nose, starring Robbie Coltrane and Dan Aykroyd. Yeah, I've never heard of On the Nose. Well, it's pretty obvious it's about gambling. This is an ex-rental copy. It says 3 for £5 for 7 nights. So this is an old Blockbuster ex-rental. Contains strong language and moderate violence. This I bought because I wanted the Puppet Master movies, and the cheapest one I could find online, I think, was like 7 or 8 quid, I can't remember. But it's the 12 movie collection. I thought it was a box set. Turns out it's 12 movies on 3 discs, which I've already put in the thing. So I've already put in my wallet over there. But yeah, the quality of these is going to be crap, isn't it? 3 discs, you get all the Puppet Master, I think it's 9 Puppet Master movies. Some of these are hard to get by and they're expensive online. This was the cheapest way to get them all. But, yeah, the quality-wise, they're not going to be that good, are they, really? I've got the first and second. So, Puppet Master, The Legacy. So I have... There's just as many discs here with 3 films than there are here with 12 films. I bet the quality on these is probably slightly better than the quality of those. But I guess we'll find out. I was given this by Matt Bradley. Sorry, Matt, I should look up how to say your last name. I'll just ask you. You gave me this, Wheels of Fire. This is a VHS. It does have a bit of mold on it, so I might have to like clean it with some vodka or something. I've got 2 or 3 moldy blank tapes as well that I need to sort out if I'm going to put them in my actual player. Dexter Season 4. Now, I bought this because my Dexter Season 4 is a bit damaged, and this was only like £1, so you can probably hear my washing machine in the background, can't you? Anyway, moving on. I've been wanting this for a while, but to get it on Blu-ray is kind of expensive. I settled for the German version, Der Blob. This is the Blob from 1988 or 87. I haven't seen this in a long time. I used to have this on VHS. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Another film I haven't seen in a long time. This is a sealed, brand new copy. Ooh. There's only a 12 certificate. I guess this one's actually kind of mild, isn't it? This could be a great introduction into horror for your kids. Another sealed movie, I got this in a charity shop as well. Betty Blue, the director's cut. And the last one I have here, unless the two that I bought online come through the post in the next hour or two, Don Quixote, written and directed by, well, is it written? A film by Terry Gilliam, starring Adam Driver and Jonathan Pryce. Oh, sorry, the man who killed Don Quixote. I like Terry Gilliam films. This looks kind of new. Well, it's obviously new. Adam Driver's in it. Oh, washing's done, and so am I. Let's move on. First up, Sightseers from 2012, directed by Ben Wheatley, who also directed Meg 2 and Kill List. Tina is a 40-something woman living with her overbearing and possessive mother. Tina has a new boyfriend, Chris, played by Steve Oram. Together they plan on going caravanning around the UK, much to the dismay of Tina's mother, of course. We soon learn that Chris isn't right in the head after an altercation he has leads him to accidentally run over the person he had the argument with. See, turns out that Chris is a serial killer. But that's okay, because Tina's head isn't exactly screwed on properly either. They end up killing together as a couple. I enjoyed this film and I gave it a 6 out of 10, but I don't think it holds much rewatch value. So I'm not going to keep it. Next up, Nuns on the Run. This movie is from 1990 and is directed by Jonathan Lynn. Brian and Charlie, played by Eric Idle and Robbie Coltrane, are two professional criminals who decide they no longer want to work for their gangster boss because he's getting reckless. Unfortunately for them, word gets out that they want to leave, so they are set up on a job to get double-crossed. The job in question is to steal the drug money from the triads. Fortunately for Brian and Charlie, they've already decided that they're going to double-cross and take the money for themselves and bugger off to Barbados. During the chaos though, Brian forgets the airline tickets in the car, which they can't go back to, so they have to hide out in a nearby nunnery. With the gang they worked for, the triads, and the police after them, they have no choice but to disguise themselves as nuns, until they can safely rebook their flights. When I was a kid, Eric Idle was my favourite Python, and Robbie Coltrane was one of my favourite actors because of Cracker. Yes, I watched Cracker as a child. This film, I really enjoy. It still holds a good place in my heart. What did I give it, 8 out of 10? I can't remember. 6? Oh, that was last time I watched it. This time it's getting 8 out of 10. My score's changed if I just watch it in a certain mood. This time I was definitely in the mood for it. 8 out of 10. That last score I just gave Nuns on the Run has made me decide I'm going to keep Sightseers after all, just in case. Actually, one of the blank videos I bought has Nuns on the Run on it, so I'm just going to quickly have a look, see what it's recorded off. Well, this video definitely contains more than the DVD, which has absolutely no special features. And I doubt it'll ever get a Blu-ray release either. This has Badlands, Nuns on the Run, Red Dwarf, and Sean's Show, whatever that is. Oh, it's actually recorded off BBC Two. Not Nuns on the Run, Badlands. The weather looks crap. Why are we getting European weather and not British weather? What the hell's good? Where was this taped? Yeah, they're giving European weather and not actual British weather. I never knew BBC used to do this. Oh, they are doing British weather as well.
Example of 1970s anti-establishment Hollywood cinema, starring Martin Sheen and Sissy Spacek as young lovers fighting for survival in the badlands of South Dakota.
I actually want to see this, and I don't have it. Well, I do have it. Right, I've decided I'm going to watch all this, but this theme tune here, it's very close to You're So Cool by Hans Zimmer, True Romance. Well, it's funny I'd end up watching that, like, after watching Sightseers, because this is basically like Sightseers, except you exchange the 40-year-old woman who lived with her mother with a teenage girl. This was very good. I actually preferred this film. Yeah, and it was also nice watching it on VHS with a lot of film grain as well. I guess BBC Two's copy. I was looking it up while watching this. This aired in September of 1998. Surprising movie. I didn't even know this existed an hour and a half ago. So I really enjoyed this. Now let's skip to Nuns on the Run, because that's why I came up here in the first place. It's still got the audio from... There we go. I wonder what this was recorded off. So this was recorded off Channel 4, but unfortunately they cut out the adverts. Then we go from Nuns on the Run to Red Dwarf. Some of these tapes are so random. Just in case you care, the episode is Dimension Jump. Arnold! And the last thing on this tape is Sean's Show, which ran for 2 seasons apparently, and was on Channel 4 from April of 1992 until about December of 1993. Never heard of this, but the apartment the apartment he's in looks like the apartment in Bottom a little bit. Obviously, very similar crude humour to Bottom as well.
Yeah. Well, I got some people around.
This actually looks quite funny. When it comes to showing movies on terrestrial television in the UK, Channel 4 just gets it. On the beginning of this tape is a half-hour documentary on River Phoenix and this movie, and how it helped so many closeted gay people come out. Then we get the movie. This airing is from September 12th, 1996. My Own Private Idaho came out in 1991 and was directed by Gus Van Sant. Mike Waters, played by River Phoenix, is homeless on the streets of Portland. He suffers with narcolepsy and lacks street IQ. He hustles on the streets where he has male and female clients. He becomes close with Scott Favor, played by Keanu Reeves. Scott is street smart. He comes from money and is rebelling against his parents. They travel together as Mike tries to find his mother. They end up in Italy, where Scott falls in love with a woman, much to the chagrin of Mike, who has fallen in love with him. I really enjoyed this movie. Depressing watch, but good overall. 7 out of 10. As you can see here, I'm currently sorting out a load of DVDs. I've obviously watched more films than I'm going to talk about, but this is the last one I'm going to talk about on this episode. This episode's favourite purchase is Repo Man. This movie came out in 1984 and was directed by Alex Cox. Meet Otto, played by Emilio Estevez, a down-and-out punk who quits his dead-end job and locks into a job as a repo man when he bumps into Bud, played by Harry Dean Stanton. Bud convinces Otto to help him drive a car and follow him, unaware he's being recruited as a repo man. He reluctantly accepts the job and ends up in a pursuit of a Chevrolet Malibu that's worth a 20 grand payout. What's in this car, though, is not of this world. I'm not going to spoil this movie. I think you should watch it. This movie is so much fun. 9 out of 10.